Okay, let me ask you something. Are you using AI tools like Google Gemini for work, maybe learning, or just, getting stuff done?
Lots of people are these days.
Right. But here's a thought. What if you're only scratching the surface? Like really underusing what it can actually do?
That's very possible. Most people stick to the basics.
Exactly. Myself included, sometimes. The standard Gemini web app, it's great for quick questions, yeah, or daily tasks. Definitely useful.
Absolutely. It serves its purpose well for that.
Okay. There's this other version. It's free, and it's like Gemini Supercharged. It can genuinely change how you handle pretty much any workflow.
You're talking about Google AI Studio.
That's the one. Google AI Studio. It gives you, well, not just better quality outputs, but way more comprehensive stuff and features you just don't get anywhere else.
And that's really what we want to dig into today. This deep dive is basically your shortcut to understanding those power features in AI Studio.
We're going to pull back the curtain, show you how to actually use these things for, professional level results.
Moving beyond just asking it random questions, really integrating it.
Yeah, moving past that casual AI use.
Yeah.
And everything we're talking about today, it comes from excerpts from Unlocking Google AI Studio, Power Features Beyond Gemini. So, solid source material here.
Definitely. So let's get into it. What really makes AI Studio different?
Good question. Maybe start with an analogy.
Yeah, okay. Think of the regular Gemini web app like a standard sedan. Reliable, gets you around for general use, right? Simple, effective for everyday questions, quick summaries.
Makes sense. Your daily driver.
Exactly. But Google AI Studio, that's more like a high-performance sports car. Still free, still web-based, but built for people who want more. Power users, developers.
Or just anyone who wants to get under the hood a bit.
Precisely. It gives you direct access to the engine, lets you fine-tune the performance.
Okay, so pop in the hood on this sports car. What are we actually finding? What are these core capabilities?
Right. So AI Studio has 4 main modules. First, there's chat. This lets you play with the latest Gemini models. And crucially, it has this huge context window, 1 million tokens.
Whoa, okay. 1 million tokens. Remind us what that means practically.
Yeah, the context window is basically the AI's short-term memory, how much info it can hold and process in one go. 1 million tokens, that's like reading over 700 pages of text all at once.
700 pages. Okay, the depth of analysis possible there must be huge.
It really is. Think complex documents, long transcripts. Then you've got stream, that's for real-time stuff, low latency interaction.
With the immediate back and forth.
Yeah, think coaching, live feedback, then generate media, that's for images, videos, audio.
Your creative side.
Exactly. And finally, build. This lets you deploy actual apps, but fair warning, that part does need some coding knowledge.
Got it. And you mentioned the output feels different. The source material talks about speed, depth, and control. How does that actually show up for a user?
It means a noticeable jump in quality. Seriously. For the same prompt, AI Studio usually gives you more detailed answers, more comprehensive stuff, better evidence, more specific stats compared to the web app.
So it's not just faster, it's deeper.
Deeper, exactly. It goes beyond just scratching the surface. It gets into the nuances.
Okay, let's make this even clearer. Maybe a quick head-to-head. AI Studio versus the standard Gemini web app. And let's throw in ChatGPT too, since lots of people use that.
Good idea. So target user. Gemini web app is for, general consumers. AI Studio, that's aimed at power users, developers, researchers.
People who want to tinker.
Right. And ChatGPT has a really broad user base, covers a lot of ground.
Okay, what about primary use cases?
Gemini web app, quick answers, quick summaries. AI Studio really shines for experimenting with the models, prototyping things fast, handling complex workflows.
And ChatGPT.
Very versatile. General chat, creating content analysis, it does a lot.
Now that context window, you said AI Studio has the massive million tokens. How do the others compare?
Right. So both the Gemini web app and AI Studio have that large window, with AI Studio standardizing at that million token mark. ChatGPT, it varies.
Depends on the version.
Yeah, it depends on the model of the subscription tier. Could be anywhere from 8,000 tokens up to maybe 128,000. So a big difference, especially for complex tasks that need a lot of background info.
That really impacts how much it can remember in one chat, right?
Absolutely. Affects the depth, the coherence, everything.
Okay, and customization. This is where the sports car tuning comes in. Yeah.
Exactly. The regular Gemini app has basic options. But AI Studio, that's where you get serious control. System prompts, for starters.
Which are like the AI's core instructions. Its personality.
You got it. Like giving the AI director's notes. Then temperature settings. That controls creativity.
How so?
Well, set it low, like 0.2, and it's like a cautious expert. Sticks to the facts, very precise. Crank it up to 1.5, and it's more like a brainstorming partner, generates wider, sometimes unpredictable ideas.
Interesting. So you can dial it from factual to creative.
Precisely. And then there are top K and top P settings for even finer control over um, how the AI chooses its words, makes the output relevant but varied, less repetitive.
And ChatGPT's customization.
It's moderate. You get custom instructions, which are useful, but not quite the same level of fine-tuning as AI Studio.
Gotcha. What about feeding it different kinds of media? We're not just using text anymore.
Good point. Gemini web app handles images, some basic files. AI Studio, though, really steps it up. Images, video, you can link YouTube videos or upload your own and audio files, too.
So much more flexible input.
Definitely. ChatGPT, especially the paid plus tier, also handles images and files.
Okay, last comparison point. Advanced features and cost. What are the big differences?
So the Gemini web app has basic integrations with Google Workspace apps. AI Studio gives you powerful tools like compare mode, we'll talk more about that stream, direct API access for developers, and even model tuning.
And the cost for AI Studio.
It's free to get started, which is amazing. If you need to scale up using the API, then there's usage-based pricing.
Okay, and ChatGPT.
The free tier is there, but the advanced stuff like data analysis, daily 3 image generation, plugins, that's in the paid plus subscription.
Right. Okay, that comparison really helps clarify things. We see how AI Studio stands out. Now let's get practical. How can this actually change how you tackle work challenges? Let's start with decision-making. Feature number 1, multi-persona analysis. What's the core problem this solves?
This one's powerful. The core problem is, well, getting stuck in your own head. Cognitive bias, right? Limited perspective. We all have it.
We tend to see things from one angle.
Exactly. Instead of just getting one viewpoint on a problem, which is often just reinforcing what you already think, this lets you set up multiple expert perspectives side by side.
So it's like having a virtual board of advisors.
Kind of. It shifts brainstorming from, one person thing after another to this parallel exploration powered by AI, unlocks cognitive diversity, but like instantly.
Look, I can see the power. When would you absolutely want to use this?
Definitely when you're analyzing complex reports, annual reports, market research, big customer feedback dumps, making big strategic decisions. Anytime you really need diverse viewpoints on something tricky.
So how do you actually set it up? Walk us through it.
Okay, you go to aistudio.google.com, sign in. Then you upload your document. Let's say it's that annual report.
Got it. Document uploaded.
Now, the key is the compare button. It usually looks like 2 speech bubbles side by side. Click that. It splits your screen into 2 chat windows.
Ah, okay. 2 separate conversations with the AI based on the same document.
Exactly. Now you set up your personas. On the left side, you write a system prompt. Think of it as instructions. Something like, act as a skeptical financial analyst. Scrutinize this data for financial risks, budget issues, unsustainable growth.
So defining the AI's role very clearly.
Very clearly. And crucially, you adjust the settings for that persona. Set the temperature low, maybe 0.2. This makes it stick to facts, very precise. Oh, and make sure the same box is unchecked so each side can have different instructions.
Right. Low temperature for the skeptic. Got it. What about the other side?
For the right side, you create a contrasting persona. Like, act as an innovative marketing strategist. Look for untapped markets, new branding angles, novel customer acquisition ideas in this report.
Okay, a completely different lens.
Totally different. And here, you crank the temperature up, maybe 1.5. You want creative, expansive ideas from this side.
High temperature for the innovator. Makes sense.
Then you ask the same question to both sides. Something like, based on this Q3 report, what should our main focus be for Q4?
And then you just compare the answers.
That's where the magic happens. You read both responses, see where they agree, where they contradict. The real insights often lie where, say, the financial analyst's caution meets the marketer's ambition. That tension is gold.
I can see how that would reveal a much more nuanced strategy.
Absolutely. And you can save the chat history, of course. Pro tip. This compare mode is also brilliant for A/B testing content. Write 2 versions of an email or ad copy. See which persona responds better.
Nice. Can you give us a real-world example? Where did this make a tangible difference?
Sure. There is this mid-sized e-commerce startup. They'd hit a growth plateau, couldn't figure out why.
Common problem.
Right. So the CEO uploaded their sales data and customer survey results into AI Studio's compare mode. On one side, they set up a logistics and operations manager persona, temperature 0.2, very factual.
Focused on cost and efficiency.
Exactly. On the other side, a customer loyalty guru, Temperature 1.5 focused on customer delight.
Okay, what do they find?
The operations persona immediately flagged that their free shipping policy was killing profits on smaller orders. A big cost drain.
Ah, the hard numbers.
Yep. Meanwhile, the loyalty guru, analyzing the survey data, found customers really wanted a rewards program. They actually said they wouldn't mind paying shipping on small orders if they got loyalty perks.
Interesting. They wanted value, not just free shipping.
Precisely. Putting those two insights together, the cost drain and the desire for rewards led them to create a new tiered loyalty program. It had shipping benefits, but structured differently.
And the result?
It worked wonders, cut costs significantly, and customer lifetime value went up. They broke through that plateau, all from those two contrasting AI perspectives.
That's a fantastic demonstration. Okay, let's move to feature number 2, enhancing public speaking with the live presentation coach. Why is this a game changer compared to just rehearsing alone?
Well, think about how critical presentations are. A confident delivery can make or break a pitch, a client meeting, an internal report out. This feature turns AI Studio into your own personal, objective presentation coach.
Objective being the key word there. Less awkward than asking a colleague.
Exactly. No human judgment, just real-time feedback as you practice. It's perfect for prepping before those high-stakes moments. Investor pitches, big client meetings, anytime clarity and confidence really matter.
Okay, so how do you set up this virtual coach? What's the process?
It's surprisingly easy. You go to the Stream section in AI Studio. That's the one for real-time interaction.
Got it. Stream mode.
Then you set up the coach using the system prompt again. Define its role clearly. Something like, you are a world-class presentation coach. Focus on clarity, confidence, engagement. Listen for filler words. Monitor my pacing. Tell me if my language is too technical. Suggest stronger alternatives.
You can be really specific about what you want it to listen for.
Totally. You can even tell it how to give feedback, maybe interrupt you, maybe wait to the end, and you can pick an output voice for it to speak in.
Okay, coach defined. Then what?
You click Share Screen, choose your presentation slides, select the talk and webcam mode so it can hear you, and then you just start presenting like you normally would.
And it listens and gives feedback based on the prompt.
Yep. You can ask for feedback after a section or just wait until you're done. Then you take its suggestions, maybe rephrase things, practice again, iterate.
What kind of feedback might it actually give? Can you give an example?
Yeah. Sure. It might say something like, you used 5 times in that last section. Try pausing instead to sound more confident. Or, your explanation of the Q3 results was a bit jargon-heavy. Instead of saying synergistic leverage points, maybe try ways our teams can work together better.
That's pretty direct.
Yeah.
And useful.
Or even suggesting stronger language. Instead of, we should probably think about positioning ourselves better, we must strategically position ourselves to capture this market opportunity more impactful.
Okay, I see how that iterative process could really tighten up a presentation. Any case studies on this one?
Yes, absolutely. Maria, a project manager, she had to present a really complex project timeline to senior leadership, and they were known for being, well, impatient.
High-pressure situation.
Definitely. She was nervous about getting lost in the technical details, so she used the Stream feature, setting up the AI as a skeptical, time-poor executive.
Huh. That's clever. Turning the AI into her tough audience.
Exactly. The AI immediately flagged her acronyms, pointed out sections that dragged on too long. It even suggested she start each major point with the key takeaway first, before the details.
Get straight to the point for the execs.
Right. After just 3 practice runs with the AI coach, incorporating that feedback, she managed to cut her 20-minute presentation down to a really crisp 12 minutes.
And how did the real presentation go?
It was a huge success. Her bosses actually praised her for how clear and direct it was. Made a big difference for her.
Wow, that's incredibly practical. Okay, next up, professional creative media generation. What's the big problem this solves, especially for people who aren't designers?
It basically democratizes professional-looking visual content. You don't need expensive software like Photoshop or After Effects. You don't need years of design training. It makes high-quality visuals accessible.
So small teams, solo entrepreneurs, marketers.
Exactly. Anyone who needs compelling visuals for product marketing, social media, presentations, whatever, but doesn't have a big budget or a dedicated design team.
Okay, so how does it work? Let's take image merging, for example. How would you combine elements using AI Studio?
Right. You go to the Generate Media section, choose Gemini Image Generation. For combining images, the Flash model is often a good choice.
Flash model, got it.
Then You upload your images. Let's say you have a picture of a background scene, like a library, and a separate picture of an object, like an astrolabe.
Okay, two separate images.
Then you write your prompt, describing how you want them combined and the overall mood. Something like, place the ornate astrolabe in the center of this mystical library scene, make it look natural, casting shadows on the floor, add moonlight beams through the window, magical, scholarly atmosphere.
So you're telling it how to blend them.
Precisely. And when you generate it, you'll notice how well Gemini often maintains the original textures and lighting, creating a composition that looks surprisingly natural, not just cut and pasted.
That's impressive. What about animation? That seems even more complex.
It is complex, but AI Studio makes it much easier. Let me give you another example. A local coffee shop wanted to promote a new summer drink on Instagram. They only had a static photo.
Just a simple picture of the drink.
Yeah. So they used AI Studio's VO model, that's one of the video generation models in the Generate Media section. They uploaded the static image,
Okay.
and they wrote a prompt like, animate this image for an Instagram story, make the ice cubes clink softly, add condensation drips running down the glass, make the mint leaf wave gently, add a subtle shimmer to the liquid.
So describing the motion and effects.
Exactly. And in less than 15 minutes, they had this professional-looking short video clip, like a cinematograph.
15 minutes from a static image.
Yep. And the best part, they ran it as an Instagram story ad, and the click-through rate was 3 times higher than their previous ads that used just the static photo.
Wow, that's a tangible business result right there. Huge return for minimal effort.
Absolutely. That's the power of democratizing these tools.
Okay, shifting gears a bit. Feature 4, transforming videos into step-by-step documentation. This sounds like a huge time saver. What's the core productivity drain it tackles?
Oh, it tackles a massive one. Think about all those training videos, software tutorials, webinar recordings. Turning that video content into clear written instructions or documentation is usually incredibly tedious and time-consuming.
Yeah, someone has to watch it, pause, type, rewatch. Ugh.
Exactly. This feature automates that whole process. It's brilliant for creating training materials, standard operating procedures, SOPs, or just converting any useful video into a guide someone can actually follow easily.
Okay, so how does the workflow actually look? How do you feed it the video?
The input is super flexible. You can paste in a YouTube link. You can even tell it to focus on specific timestamps if you want. You can input multiple YouTube videos, or you can upload your own video files directly, screen recordings, Loom videos, anything.
Lots of ways to get the video content in.
Yeah.
Then what?
Then you just ask it what you want. You write a prompt like, from this screen recording of setting up the software, create a comprehensive step-by-step process document for a new hire. Use clear headings, numbered steps, and add a key tips section at the end.
You're instructing it on the format and audience.
Right, and it generates the document. You'll get clearly defined sections, detailed instructions based on what happens in the video, maybe even notes on tricky parts.
And you just review and copy it.
Pretty much. Review it, maybe tweak a few things, and then copy and paste it into a Word doc, Google Doc, your knowledge base, whatever you use, and share it. Done.
That sounds almost too easy.
It's incredibly efficient. And here's a bonus workflow. After it processes the video, you can ask it to generate, say, a 2-minute audio summary script. Then take that script over to the Gemini speech generation feature and create an actual audio track. Great for quick briefings.
Repurposing the content in multiple formats. Smart. Got a real-world example for this one.
Yep. An IT department had this long 45-minute cybersecurity webinar recording. They knew, realistically, most employees wouldn't watch the whole thing again.
Yeah, attention spans are short.
Right. So the IT manager uploaded the recording to AI Studio. They used 2 prompts. First, create a detailed step-by-step guide from this webinar for the intranet for reference.
Okay, the full documentation.
Second prompt, create a 5-point summary of the most critical actions employees must take, presented as a scannable checklist. Quick, easy takeaways.
The need-to-know version.
Exactly. They emailed the checklist to everyone and linked to the full guide. Result. They got 95% compliance with the new security protocol within a week because people could quickly grasp the essentials.
But that multi-format approach, created in minutes, that's really effective communication.
It made a huge difference.
Okay, final major feature, realistic interview and meeting preparation. Why is this better than just, reading potential questions off a list?
Because real conversations aren't just about answering questions in isolation. They're dynamic, they flow, there's back and forth. This feature helps you simulate that interaction.
Building conversational muscle memory you mentioned earlier.
Exactly that. It creates more realistic scenarios, helps you anticipate follow-up questions, practice your transitions, refine your delivery in a conversational context. It's great for job interviews, sure, but also client negotiations, internal strategy discussions, any important conversation, really.
Okay, let's take the job interview example. How would you set that up?
Right. First, gather your materials. The job description, obviously. Your resume, maybe the company's About Us or mission page from their website.
Giving the AI the context.
Crucial context. Upload all those documents to AI Studio. Then you write a scenario prompt. Be specific. Like,
Oh.
act as interviewer's name, if you know it, the interviewer's role at company name. Based on the attached job description, my resume, and the company mission, create a challenging mock interview script.
You can even tailor it to the specific interviewer.
If you know their role, absolutely. You can add more instructions, too. Include behavioral questions common for leadership roles. Add 2 situational questions related to the challenges mentioned on the mission page. Make it tough.
Okay, so it generates a script with questions and maybe even interviewer comments.
Yep, a dialogue script. Now, here's the really clever part. Copy that dialogue. Go to the text-to-speech generation feature in AI Studio.
The audio generation part.
Right, paste the script in. And you can specify speaker names, like label the interviewer's lines with speaker, interviewer and your lines with speaker, candidate.
Ah, so it knows who's talking.
Exactly. Then you generate the audio. It creates a multi-speaker audio file, like a little radio play of your interview.
Wow, so you can actually listen to the interview questions being asked.
And practice responding out loud to the audio. And it feels much more like a real conversation. Helps you internalize the flow, find natural phrasing, get comfortable with the pacing. Much better than just reading questions silently.
That is a brilliant way to simulate the pressure and dynamic. Any success stories using this?
Yeah. Yes. There was an engineer, David. He was going for a management promotion within his company. Big step up.
Moving from technical to leadership.
Right. He knew the interview would focus less on his coding skills and more on things like conflict resolution, stakeholder management, people skills.
Software skills harder to prepare for sometimes.
Exactly. So he uploaded the internal job description for the manager role and his own performance reviews. He prompted AI Studio to act as his department head, specifically focusing on those leadership competencies.
Okay, tailor the AI persona again.
Yep. The AI generated an interview script that included a scenario like, imagine 2 of your team members are in a dispute over project resources. How would you handle it?
A classic management challenge.
Totally. David generated the audio script and practiced responding out loud. He said it really helped him shift his thinking from just technically solving the resource problem to thinking about the people involved, the communication needed, the empathy required.
Moving from engineer brain to manager brain.
Precisely. He felt much more prepared for those kinds of questions in the real interview, and he actually credited that practice with helping him land the promotion.
That's a fantastic outcome.
Yeah.
So these features are incredibly powerful. But you mentioned earlier, to really get the most out of AI Studio, you need to understand the advanced settings. Can you quickly recap the key ones?
Sure. 3 main ones to know. First, the system prompt. We've touched on this a lot. It's your director's note to the AI. Defines its role, style, personality, sets the whole tone.
The core instructions. Got it.
Second, temperature, your creativity dial. Low, like 0.2, for factual, precise answers, the cautious expert. High, like 1.5, for expansive, brainstorming ideas, the creative partner.
Dialing creativity up or down. Okay.
And third, compare mode, your A/B testing lab. Lets you run the same prompt through 2 different setups, different models, different system prompts, different temperatures side by side. See what works best.
Perfect for experimenting and refining. That granular control really is the difference maker. But, like any powerful tool, there must be some limitations or things to watch out for.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to be aware of them. First, usage limits. The free tier is generous, but it's not infinite, especially for things like video generation, which use more resources. So keep an eye on that if you're doing heavy media work.
Makes sense. What about privacy?
Important one. Google's policy for the free AI Studio service says data might be used to improve their products. Standard stuff for free tools, but...
If you're dealing with really sensitive company data.
Right. For highly sensitive or proprietary information, the recommendation is to use the Gemini API through a paid Google Cloud account. That falls under their enterprise privacy terms, which offer much stronger data protection and control.
Okay, good distinction. Free tier versus paid API for sensitive data. Anything else?
There's definitely a bit of a learning curve. The interface has more options than a simple chatbot. It's not hard, but it requires some clicking around, some exploration to really get comfortable with all the settings.
Need to invest a little time to learn the controls of the sports car.
Good way to put it. And one small thing on audio generation, the chat history doesn't carry over directly into the text-to-speech tool. And very long audio files might get cut off. So it's best for generating audio from shorter, focused text segments.
Good practical tips. Okay, so we've covered the power, the features, the settings, the caveats. For someone listening right now feeling inspired to dive in, what's the immediate action plan? How do they start?
It's pretty straightforward. Step
Yep.
1, go to astudio.Google.com, sign in with your regular Google account, takes seconds.
Easy enough.
Step 2, I'd honestly suggest starting with the multi-persona analysis using compare mode. Upload a document you know well, set up 2 personas, it's immediately impressive and shows off the power.
Get that aha moment quickly.
Exactly. Step 3, got an important meeting or presentation coming up. Try the presentation coach in stream mode. Even just one practice run can make a difference.
Apply it to a real-world task.
Step 4, feeling creative. Try the generate media feature. Maybe make a quick social media graphic or animate a simple image. See what it can do.
Experiment a bit.
And finally, step 5. Think of one process, maybe onboarding someone or explaining a task that currently relies on a video. Try using the video to documentation workflow to create a written guide. See how much time it saves you.
Pick one thing and automate it. That's a great set of starting points. So let's wrap this up. If you're out there using Gemini, maybe for work, creative stuff, learning, just using the basic web app, you're honestly leaving a lot of power untapped.
You really are.
Google AI Studio gives you that same core intelligence, that same Gemini brain, but with these advanced capabilities.
Yeah.
It can genuinely transform how you analyze information, how you prepare for big moments, how you create content, how you document things.
It's the bridge, really, between just casually using AI and getting truly professional-grade results from it.
And the kicker,
The kicker is it's completely free to start. You can access all this power right now, today, without needing any deep technical skills. Just a willingness to explore that web interface.
imagine the time you could save, the quality you could improve, the insights you could find. Your future self might just thank you for making the switch.